Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I was only being hyped because I thought the dog would come over and start barking. For some reason, she has not. I got a new hoodie. It says my rates went up. It says my rates went up. Y'all see what I'm dealing with over here? Y'all see. She was quiet. She was asleep. She woke out of her sleep to bark during this video. Okay, that's dedication. That is, give it up. It is Monday, January 24th. This is our last full week of January. I'm feeling revived. I'm still feeling hyped about the new year. I am good. I think today I'm going to talk about something I've been dodging talking about, and that is tracing. Unpopular opinion. It's, everybody says it's bad to trace. You should never trace. I distinctly remember learning how to trace. I don't know what y'all newbies is talking about, but my old behind. And when I say trace, I don't mean copy another person's art, artwork and just try to pass it off as your own. That's not what I'm talking about. 6 minutes later, I haven't gotten my point across on this video. Tracing. You should be tracing. You should have learned how to trace. The main thing I trace is actually my own sketches. I know it's crazy. It's crazy because we're going to get into some main ways you can transfer your artwork onto a larger piece of paper or a larger canvas. And that is what we are going to be talking about today. I think it's four main ones. And I'm only going to be talking about the ones that I have done in the past. And I'm only going to be talking about the ones I've done in the past, because if I haven't experienced it, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? The first way I've transferred work is by, and this is the cheapest way, but I think the hardest way, cheapest way and the hardest way, is that way? And that is to, once you made your sketch, you flip it over, get some charcoal, rub it all across the back. Then you put your sketch on top of the paper or canvas that you're going to have your finished artwork on. And then on your sketch, trace the outline of the image that you need to be on the other side of that, okay? And what that's going to do is transfer the charcoal over, okay? See how tracing, it's not hard to trace, but like, come on. If you know exactly what you need to get on the other side of the paper, having a little history in tracing helps. It really just does, okay? A little bit more expensive, but a little cleaner, more efficient, is carbon paper. Same thing as the charcoal situation, except you don't need to rub charcoal on the back. You put in a thin carbon paper sheet in between the two surfaces. So your sketch, the carbon paper, your nice canvas or, hard pressed watercolor paper, whatever you're going to use, is at the bottom. And then wherever you put your pencil or pen, whatever you're pressing onto the sketch, is going to push that carbon paper down on the good sheet of paper or the good canvas, and you're going to see the outline, all right, or the trace. Third way I like to transfer work is to do the block grid method. And I think I did that on a lot of my acrylic work last year. It just takes up so much time. And then I always wanted to work bigger and bigger. And the bigger you go, you're gonna need more blocks, or your blocks are gonna be big, and then you just really have to like redraw it. No tracing really involved with the block method, but it takes up a lot more time. And time is money, okay? If you ever heard, my rates went up. Then there's light boxes that you can get so you can see the sketch through the paper you're going to put on top. So it'd be the light box, your sketch, and then the good piece of paper that you may sell at the end once you're done with your artwork. And you would trace, once again, you're tracing, redrawing the sketch very lightly on the final project paper or media, whatever you're putting the art onto. Then the most expensive way is art projectors. These, I've seen some cheaper ones, and I used to have a smaller, cheaper one, and it fell apart. And I never really figured out how to get it, because it was for your phone, and I didn't like it. But I bet you I'd like the more expensive ones. But I think they range from like 20, 30 bucks and up. I mean, up. So more expensive, more efficient. And also you could scale up in size with projectors. So if please stop. So if your sketch was really small but detailed, you could get it onto like a much bigger piece of paper or canvas or acrylic sheet, whatever you're using. The art process right now for me is getting longer and longer. And what I don't want is for the point of the idea to the point that the final sketch is on the final canvas, to be longer and longer. But at one point, my process, and this was like in VPA, which is like an advanced placement art class. It was, and you had to do all these steps to show like your work. You had to do like 4 thumbnail sketches, which is like 2 inches by 2 inches. And then you get like a certain thumbnail sketch approved. And then you would do an actual sketch, which was more detailed. And then you talk about it to one of the teachers. It was 3 teachers. And then after that sketch, you would do a sketch that was final to the size of the artwork. Now, if you know how I know, you'll make that final sketch the actual drawing. But if it was for a project that was a painting, you couldn't get around that. We're talking thumbnail, detailed sketch, a sizable sketch, and then a transfer process or copying process onto a canvas. I don't know, what is you tearing up over there? And that was just to get started. It was a lot just to get started. And then you would do your painting at the end. It was just like, but you had so much information to work with. There was like, they expected you that painting to be rather quick because you already made your decisions. You already made your color choices. They were like, all right, well then do it. They approve every step of the way and they're like, okay, now execute. And then sometimes I end up just sketching directly onto the canvas, which is risky because if you don't like the sketch, you kind of have to like try to get rid of charcoal off of canvas. Good luck. And then you just try to repaint over it. The one I'm looking at over here it's got 2 sketches underneath it because it's like sketch, 2 layers of gesso, sketch, 2 layers of gesso. But I can still see the sketches because gesso is not really covering it. My process is taking a little, it's not as slow as it was, but my process is, it could be faster. And I like that. And I like that I have the option to like speed things up, but I just need to invest money. Where am I getting these money from? Okay. Y'all need to start buying my stuff. Okay. Not necessarily you, but the world. Okay. Because my rates have just went up. My rates. Also, if you're new here, I do have a deal with this YouTube channel thing where when I had 1,000 subscribers, I did a blonde strand. And I think when I go to 2,000, it'll be 2. And, you know, I am trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, which seems impossible, honestly, because I've been on YouTube for a while. I think I'm at 1,600, 1,700. It's been a few years. I think I like YouTube the most because it's a little longer and just like, it's more me. TikTok is just like trying to concentrate me into like 10 seconds. And it's like, this right here, this it. This all I am. Sitting on my couch pretending that I'm doing artwork. Okay, this isn't doing artwork. This is talking about doing artwork, but it makes me feel accomplished sometimes. Plant's still looking alive. I will say that. It's been 2 weeks since she tried to die on me. I don't know why she was feeling a little, let's give up on the world. Repotted her. She's looking alive still. Hot water's good. Well, no, the hot water isn't good. The hot water's like mildly warm. And I'm annoyed about it. I'm ready to move. I mean, sometimes I'd be looking at New Jersey like, why do I live here? Why? You know how long I've lived here in the Garden State? I've yet to see a garden.